Hello and welcome to Engineering and News. Another Friday and another interesting edition awaits you on this program. It's a program where we bring to you people, engineers, as a matter of fact, that have done well for themselves in the field of engineering and have stories to tell to encourage young people to go into the field of engineering, because, like I always say on this program, the future is engineering and engineering is the future. And on this note, I want to say welcome. My name is Tunolanyo, and like you know, that's a program where we don't only get to just talk to you, you actually have the opportunity of talking back to us and answering a question to win a prize. The program is sponsored by Prince Engineer Yemisi Shillong, FNSC. That is the reason why we come to your viewing pleasure every Friday around this time. And wherever you're watching us, the question for the day is, the empirical formula of hydrocarbon containing 0.12 mole of carbon and 0.36 mole of hydrogen is what? The empirical formula of hydrocarbon containing 0.12 mole of carbon and 0.36 mole of hydrogen is what? If you know the answer, please feel free to call and give us the answer. And if you are correct, you get your prize, courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer Yemisi Shillong, FNSC. My guest is already here. She's joining us via Zoom. I'll take a very short break. After this break, I'll let you know who my guest is, then what topic she'll be discussing with us. We are glad to know that you are still there, and my guest for today is Engineer Abosede Adewale, and she'll be joining over Zoom, as I said earlier on, and she'll be discussing a topic with us, and which is fields of engineering, your pathway to the future. So I won't waste. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, sir.
It's nice.
Of presenting to the young ones on OGTV. I'm glad to be here, sir. And also thanks to our sponsor, sir.
All right, Engineer Adewale, I don't want to stand in your way at all. You have the floor now. Just let us into the presentation for the day, and the floor is yours.
My fellow, all see what engineering is. Your day-to-day, the way you move from one place to the other is the work of engineers. So I tell you, engineering is about doing what the scientist has actually observed or discovered or know. So science is about, we are going to talk about the field of engineering, because I know a lot of you, you are so conversant with civil engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering. But I tell you, there are a lot more than that, than just these three. And when you want to make, people will tell you, if you want to make money in Nigeria, it's about petroleum engineering. But I tell you, there are a lot of other fields that can earn you your living and your career. So let's start. Civil engineering is about your infrastructure, about environment. Civil engineers are more about infrastructures. What makes you convenient, facilities that are convenient for you to use, like your building, your roads, and your dams. So from the civil engineering, we have a lot of discipline around that area that you can also choose from. We have the ocean engineering. These ocean engineering are the ones that ensure that they design the facilities that can enter into the ocean without causing any damages, even into the ocean, into the lives under the sea. We have environmental engineering. Environmental engineering is another branch of civil engineering that concerns about the protection of the people. Protection, what do you mean? That ensure that all the chemical components in the air are not affecting the lives. So the environmental engineers are also concerned about recycling. You can see where a lot of recycling being, and why your water, the woman waste can be utilized in another form of like water for irrigation and all those things. So sanitary engineering are also under civil engineering. So these are the ones that ensure that the women waste are collected and disposed in a very comfortable environment that does not even pollute your water or your rivers. So all these things are all areas you can also explore in your when you're thinking about engineering. So what else do I say? We have electrical and electronics, which is actually my field. So electrical electronics is actually a very recreative environment, and is diversification is wide right now. We have a lot of field evolving around electrical electronics. When we talk about electrical electronics, we talk about ways of utilizing, designing, and ensuring that we have transmission, signals, and power. Those are what we are concerned about. We talk about telecommunication, we talk about your electricity, we talk about computer sciences. So, but for system engineers, we have a lot, system engineering, and these days, we don't need to only specialize in electrical or civil or mechanical. We can combine the knowledge of all these things together and utilize it and become someone who is vast in what you're doing. So system engineering entails all other aspects of engineering, like the mechanical aspect will come into it because you have to build, you know. So electrical is the electronics and the signal aspect of it. And then computer engineering, we all know what computer is, and computer is everywhere around us. It's utilized, and we can use it for anything. Then if you have a computer without software, it's useless. So that's why software engineers also have to play a role. There are a lot of software engineers that ensure that all these programmings, all these utilities we have can work without human support. So mechanical engineering is the one that concentrates on designing. It helps you you take your design and manufacture it, produce it into end product that you can use. And under mechanical engineering, we have material engineering, who are concerned about your iron, your plastic, and your ceramic. So all these waste, even if you have it as waste product, they can convert it into something useful for you. So now we have manufacturing engineering. For this manufacturing engineering, we have electronics also in play in here. So without all this, with this well said, manufacturing engineering can are the ones that actually take your raw material and give you the procedures, guide you onto how you can produce. So engineers can be in manufacturing company without just seeing that, okay, all the procedures are in place. The machines that need to be in one position are actually in the right position. Then naval architectural. You know, when we look at buildings, architecturals are the ones that actually design. But if they don't give it to a civil engineer, it can't be produced. It can't come to life. But so it's the same thing with the ship. Architecture has to design something wonderful, but without the input of an engineer, it can sink. It might not float. And if we have a lot of people in there, that means we have killed, right? So that's why even naval architectural or architectural in the long sails needs the help of engineers to bring all the ideas, all the beauties they have into reality. So naval architectural combine the imagination of scientists into reality. Marine engineers are the ones that ensure that the speed, the power needed for every ship is in place. Without them, all these ships would just be on the sea, will not be able to move. So I employ you to seek different field of engineering. Then we have aeronautic, which is a very wonderful place to look at. You can be an aeronautic engineer that can design, construct your airplane. Without this, we cannot fly. You can design it, but people can design it for you, but you as a person, you have to ensure that all the necessary things are in place for you to utilize. Space engineers are the ones that actually ensure that the jet can go above the Earth's surface. So you can explore that as an aspect of engineering. Mechatronic is the latest engineering field right now, which combines the mechanical skill and the electronic skill. So what do you mean? The mechanical aspect of it is they design it, they come up with they design it and they come up with the building and creation. But the electronics are the ones that ensure that they are not powered with normal electricity, but electronically. What do I mean electronically? With a battery, you know. So that's why you have all this 3D manufacturing.
We have a caller now.
Yes,
I'll just a little bit. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
How is Moe today?
Moe is fine, sir.
All right. You want to ask my guest a question, or you want to ask my question?
I want to answer the question.
All right. What's the answer?
The answer is DX3.
All right. I'll let you know, Bishop, if you are correct. Thank you so much for calling. All right. Engineer, please can go ahead.
Okay. So as I was saying, mechatronic engineering is the field that takes mechanical knowledge and combine it with electronic knowledge. So that's why we have a lot of gadgets these days that we can even produce 3Ds with the use of batteries. So mechatronic engineering enables us to see the self-driving cars. Without them, you can't do all this. So robotic engineering is also another field to explore, because now the world engineering is revolving seriously, and the world is going digital, technological, and so that's why we need to also explore all these different engineering field. Robotic engineering is also a wonderful aspect to explore. Chemical engineering, we all know that in Nigeria, chemical engineers work with oil and gas, all those ones. But we can we can go a bit further, explore different ones. We don't need, because we need chemicals. We need chemicals for our pharmaceutical. Do you understand? These are the ones that ensure that the chemical component or resources or reactions are worked with. So and they are the ones that construct all the gadgets that can absorb these chemical reactions that we all explore. They're geological engineering or mining engineering. They are the ones that help construct the gadgets that enables you to penetrate the Earth. The moment you identify, geologists identify raw material, or then the geological engineers make sure that they have the gadget to move down the Earth beyond the Earth's surface to extract all these gadgets without hurting anybody. So we have nuclear engineering. Nuclear engineering is another area whereby we can use even our nuclear component and understand the gadget that will actually work compatible with all these things without damaging any feature and without hazard. Petroleum engineering, we all know what petroleum engineering is. We work offshore, we extract oil and all those things. We dig into the dry rock for energy, and we use some of this product to light our houses, our homes. So the same thing with petrochemical. The petrochemical engineers plan and supervise and improve the petrochemical producing operation. They ensure that there's safety around the factories and all those. Then now it will interest you that engineering is going into medical lines. It's going into biology. I tell you, without biology these days, you cannot do engineering now. Especially if you want, like someone that wants to do surgery, medicine and surgery, can even go into engineering, because engineering has made it easy and produced the gadget that can ease these problems in the medical line. So bioengineering is an application of engineering principle and the design design procedure to help medical problems. These days we know that a lot of people will tell you they want to do surgery, and the
All right,
surgery takes them like 5 seconds.
Engineer Adewale, once again, I'd like to,
Yes.
Take your time a little bit. I have a caller, Glory, now calling from Mowe. Hello, Glory. How is Mowe today? All right, I'm sure you want to talk to us, answer a question, or ask my guest a question. All right, Glory, go ahead.
So the answer the question is
Is what? All right. Glory, I'll let you know if you are correct. Thank you so much. Keep watching the program.
Thank you.
All right. Please continue, my engineer.
All right, so bioengineering is now easy. It's another aspect of engineering that is helping the medical line to resolve their problems. Health and safety engineering. You know, without these engineers on field in any manufacturing company, then there will be a lot of hazard. But the safety and health and safety engineers also guide and help prevent accidents and give you procedures to follow in an organization. The biomedical engineering is another aspect of bioengineering. These ones consider biology and medicine together, and they help increase the health of human. That's why you have, they will tell you there's some organic parts that is manufactured by the mechanical engineers these days. They tell you there's something, a kind of art that can function like the normal human heart, or kidney, like the normal kidney and livers, like those things, like those are the work of biomedical equipment, and they work hand in hand with the medical doctors to ensure that they have the gadget they are creating is not causing any havoc or affecting the health of the patient. Then genetic engineering, these are the ones that manufacture those gadgets that enables human being put an ovary from one woman and sperm from one man into another woman without intercourse. So all these things are the works of engineers that makes, you can, now these days, you know, when you have sickle cell, they said a child can be born without, when both parents are AS or SS, they can produce a child that is not SS. So with these genetic engineering gadgets produced by engineers is what makes this work easy. And industrial engineers are the ones that ensure that the resources available for any organization is not wasted, and the time consuming is not wasted. So they ensure efficient of work done, and ensure that resources, money, time, all these things are not wasted within the industry. And then management, you know, we also have management engineering. So for you to know that engineering is vast. So management engineering are more concerned about your cost of running an organization, and they also guide you through. So now agricultural engineering.
Please, pardon me again. We have another caller. Hello. Please, welcome to again, and you, please, what, are you going to contribute? I can hardly hear you.
I'm a musician. I think
I can hardly hear you. Please, maybe you get a call. You can please call us back before we end the program. We can't hear you. The audio is bad. Thank you so much. And Adewale, please, maybe we should just
all right.
Continue.
So for the agricultural engineering, they are the ones responsible to design and construct and improve farming equipment and machineries. So engineering